favorite authors, Daniel Pink, has written a book called The Power of Regret. And in their research, they have surveyed close to 30,000 people across over 100 countries. And they found something really interesting when it comes to regret. Over time, people regret what they didn't do more than what they did do. Regrets of inaction are far more common than regrets of action. When you think about the thing you're holding back, this is the potential of what could happen if you don't take action. They identified 4 core types of regrets, and one of the biggest regrets we have in our lives are what they call boldness regrets. If only. Why didn't I? I should have. Oh, I wanted to. I wish I had. I don't want anyone in this room to have a boldness regret. So take a moment and think back to the fear you shared at the very beginning of our time together today, and about the goal that you flipped that into. Imagine it's a year from now, and you are celebrating one way that you have unmuted yourself. You have stepped up. You have said yes. You are showing up more fully. You are stepping into the person that you were born to be. Now, think about after you've done that thing, how do you feel? How do you feel? Confident, proud, happy, empowered, amazing, fulfilled, brave. A sense of relief. You feel good enough. You're fearless, liberated, overjoyed, driven, weightless, challenged. You feel like your best self. You are thankful and complete. You're engaged and content and uplifted. You have this feeling of being ecstatic, fearless, jazzed. You are locked in. This is how you are meant to feel. This is how you are meant to feel more often. This is what it feels like to be living an unmuted life. This is what's possible. This is what you are made for. This is the kind of person that you were meant to be. You know, for so much of my life, I wanted to feel all those things too, and I didn't. For a long time, I didn't because I silenced and shrunk and held myself back. From the time I was a little girl, there was a part of me that I did not let anybody see. For as long as I can remember, I loved to sing. But I was too shy and self-conscious to do it in front of a single person. So I would close myself up in this room as a kid and sing by myself to no one for hours at a time, for years on end. When I got to high school, we had this incredible concert choir, long black gowns and pearl necklaces. But you had to audition to get in. Can you imagine? Hard pass, no way. Too risky. So I sat in the auditorium, in the audience for 4 years, and I watched my peers do the thing that I love more than anything else because I was too afraid to even try. Maybe you've been too afraid to even try, and you've sat there and you've watched somebody else do the thing that you want to do. I get to college, my junior year of college, my Spanish professor was a catalyst in my life. He was somebody whose belief I borrowed. He said, "Rachel, you should study abroad." And I'm like, I've lived in the same house my entire life, and no one in my family has been outside of this country. I'm not so sure I could do that. But I borrowed his belief in me, and I spent 4 months living in southern Spain, and it changed my life. And I came back from this trip of being with these people that were so vibrant and expressive and alive, and it rubbed off on me. And I was on campus, I was in the gospel choir because you didn't have to audition to get in, which is the best way to be in a choir. But if you wanted a solo, you had to try out. So there was this nudge. You ever have this voice inside of yourself that's like, hey, you should go do this thing. And you're like, shh, be quiet. And they're like, no, but you really should. I think this might be good for you. And we suppress it. That voice was so loud in me, I could not ignore it anymore. And I waited till everybody left the chapel. Everybody, except the director. And I walked up to Eric and I said, Eric, I want to try out for a solo. And he sat down at the piano and he sent me over to the microphone. This morning when I rose, yeah, I didn't have no doubt. This morning when I rose, yeah, I didn't have no doubt. This morning when I rose, yeah, I didn't have no doubt. This morning when I rose, yeah, I didn't have no doubt. I got the solo. And my 9-year-old self had her Mariah Carey moment. But sometimes, do you ever notice about yourself that you come alive and you're like, I got this, and then you shut it down as fast as it opened up? And for the next 15 years, I didn't do much of anything with music.